Today is June 13th, and I'll give you a quick look through the garden. These are the Sham Boursin grapes, and there's quite a few grapes coming on them. They've grown a lot, and my husband's picked off a few leaves that had some spots on them, but so far so good. These leaves are looking really good. I'll go down here. It rained, and so we have some mushrooms in the yard. They should go away in a couple days. Okay, so I pulled out a lot of radishes and I replanted some, but they haven't really come up yet. And then the lettuce, it seems like it's growing pretty slow this year, so I'm not exactly sure if it was the late start or what, but usually I would have this, ready to pick every day, more than I could eat, and give it to my neighbors. But this year, not so much. What we have gotten tastes really good though. And the Swiss chard is coming up. It's coming a little slow too, but at least it's coming. Last year it didn't want to grow very much. Now over here, still have a few radishes from the first batch, and then the second batch are coming up too. And then here's this Swiss chard. This was the plant, so it had a little bit of a head start, and this one has something going on with it. There's ants and aphids or something. It's not doing so well. I have to keep taking leaves off because they're getting damaged. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I sprayed it with some neem oil, diluted neem oil, and it's helped a little bit, but still not great. And then back there is the kale. I harvested about half of the plant, and then it's come back pretty well, and it's the most delicious kale I've ever had. To see what this variety is. It's got like lavender stems. Let's see if I still have the stick. A red Russian is what it is. It's very tender. It's got a really good flavor. It's really delicious. And then I had to pull out the zucchini. Wasn't doing so well, so I pulled it out and replanted. The other zucchinis are doing good. They have quite a few blossoms, and so far I haven't seen any female blossoms. These are all male blossoms. And then this is a Thai basil that just popped up on its own, so from a volunteer from seeds that fell last year, I guess. And then my lettuce here, the plants. And I moved my bay plant here because the mint bed where it was sitting has become unwieldy, so I'm really happy with my bay plants back, and the little leaves, when they came out, they were like a light yellowy green, and now they're nice and dark, so they look more like it did last year before I killed it. So now this is to the point it was the beginning of last summer when I first bought it, and it had grown so big and then it died. So I'm kind of back to square one, but I'm just happy that it's alive. And over here I put quite a few more plants in here because I went to the nursery and they had really nice looking plants, but they were 4-packs, and I wanted a couple different things, so I ended up getting probably more plants than I should have, but what are you gonna do? Here I have my kale. I started this from seeds and it's doing really good. The last couple of years my kale has just been decimated by those green cabbage moth worms. And so far I haven't seen any this year or any damage, so I'm thinking maybe the really cold winter helped with that, so I'm pretty excited. I've harvested a little bit of this kale. I'm going to wait for the plants to get a little bigger, and then I just take leaves off so the whole plant continues growing. And then here I have some sweet bell peppers, so these 4 are sweet bell peppers, and they're kind of small because I just put them in, and I took a bunch of blossoms off. It helps them establish their roots in the plant instead of putting all their energy into making fruit, but there are some on there and I could not take them off. They're so cute. Little tiny bell peppers. And then these tomatoes here, these are new. This was a 4-pack too. My husband took 2 of them, and these are black cherry tomatoes. And my sunflower is doing awesome. Probably shouldn't have put it here. I thought it would have help with the tomato cage, help it from getting blown over in storms and stuff. But now I'm thinking it's probably gonna shade my tomato plant, and I don't know. I just thought I'd try it. I really wanted to plant sunflowers for my little one so she could see them, and I had nowhere to put them, so I put them here. But I have some radishes I just filled in some spaces, and these are looking awesome, getting ready to pull. They're really big, and they are so good. These are, I think, are the cherry bells. They're like perfectly round. They don't have too much like stringy roots. The skin is really smooth. These are my favorite radishes. So I'll come back for those in a couple minutes. And then this one is that beefsteak tomato. Have some green tomatoes on there, if you can see. And this plant is doing really well. So far, no blight or anything like that. Here's some more of those radishes. And then I have pepper plants there and there. Padron and, no, don't remember the other one now. Oh, Hungarian wax pepper, that's right. And these are all radishes. So I'll probably pull some of these out and plant some more. I always try to plant as many as I pull, so I always have something to pull. Here's the last bed. 2 more tomatoes, another sunflower. This was the Florida hybrid. This is supposed to be really good with heat and humidity. So hopefully, blight is kind of a problem for us with tomatoes here because we're kind of in the swamp. So I thought I'd give this one a try, but so far all my tomatoes are doing really well this year. This is the other one. Lots of blossoms, but I don't think there's any fruit growing on these. Oh, here. I didn't even know this. You can see that. Let's see if I can zoom in. This was the sausage tomato, so like aroma style tomato. It's pretty exciting. And then another sweet pepper and lots of radishes, some weeds, and then here was another, I got 2 4-packs of hot peppers. 2 of these are cherry bombs, like round hot peppers, and 2 of them are Anaheim peppers. So 2 are here and 2 are in my husband's garden. These are my cucumbers, also doing really well. I have not seen the yellow beetle that usually attacks my cucumbers, so yay for that. Some more kale, and there's some more of these beautiful radishes all around here. I just stick them in between the plants when they're small, because the radishes will come up and be harvested before the other plants need the space. This is our Italian honey fig. Ew, and up here, this is our other fig. This one is Chicago Hardy. So they're still pretty small. And then, I guess while I'm over here, there's the horrible rhubarb and the insane mint bed. Then we'll go back and see the hops. I think the one hop still hasn't come up, so I don't know if it's all loss. But the one is doing okay. It seemed like it came up really fast and grew really fast, but it hasn't really done much in the last couple of weeks besides that. Then this is the Concord Grape. It has lots of grapes on it too. Let's see there. And this plant's doing really well. And my husband took those starts from his other grapevine and he put them here in the yard. And he has these stakes. I don't really understand his plan, but whatever. Here's his strawberries. We've been getting probably 10 to 15 strawberries every day. And there's some down there. Looking good. I really like these plants because they put the strawberries on really long stems. See how long this stem is? So you can like pull them up away from the dirt, although this one has become a home for some ants. It helps keep the slugs from eating all of them, since they can kind of get away from the slugs and the bugs and the moisture. And this is his poor fig tree. So we're thinking that it's either completely dead or only the root system's alive. He cut it way back and the wood was really dry and brittle. So that's a total bummer, but I guess we'll see what it does this summer and then maybe put a new one in next spring in this same spot. There's some more strawberries back there, and then his garden, I probably should have him do his garden because I really don't know what he's doing here. This is okra here at these stakes. He's got some of the other peppers from the 4-packs that I got. Some more tomatoes, so those are the 2 other tomatoes. And then he's got his persimmon tomato is the big one back there. His garden is kind of hard for me to describe. I think this is a watermelon, and then this one might be a cantaloupe. These asparagus are still hanging out. I don't even know what other tomatoes he has here. But he's got tomatoes here. So far nothing is growing on anything over here. And then he put some of my sunflowers in too. Here's a quick look at the herbs. They're pretty much looking the same as they always do. They grow big and I cut them back and use them, and they grow big again. So that's pretty much status quo out here. So I just found out we have guests. So I have it kind of zoomed in so I don't have to get too close to her. You can see a mama robin on her nest. And that's on our hose thing in the front of the house, so I guess we're not using the hose this summer. That's alright.
So glad you decided to check out my video today. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you want to check out the description box, I'll put links to my Facebook and my Pinterest account so you can follow me there. And thanks so much for watching.